522. Now, a most unusual scene that Michael O'Donnell is taking photographs as we speak. There is a pup sitting at a microphone in the studio. The Clippers are coming back here at the end of June, we know that, but as the big ocean-going yachts are coming into the city, local man Darren Robb plans to sail out of the Foyle, and with him is wee dog Toby, on board for the first leg of an all-round Ireland voyage, a different voyage. This is to raise money for Macmillan. Darren, good to see you.
How's it going?
That's one of the cutest dogs I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's hard to beat now.
Who is this boy? How did you get him?
That's sweet Tobin, or some people call him Toby. They just can't get it that he's Tobin. But we have him since 2009.
Yeah.
He was a wee pup of 6 weeks when I got him, rescued him.
Tobin as in Colin Tobin,
Yeah,
Neil Tobin.
Neil Tobin,
Yeah,
quiet man.
Yeah.
That was an inspiration when I was younger, so he was named after him initially. You know.
Such a mild creature. He's looking at every time you open your mouth in an answer, he's looking at your every bidding.
Yeah, we're inseparable. He's been with me side by side now since 2009.
Why the close bond?
Well, I suppose he was 6 weeks when we got him, and he was badly abused. You know, living in a coal bunker, a couple of cigarette burns on his forehead, and I acquired him unofficially. So I haven't looked back since. And
you pinched him. Come into that microphone just a wee bit, Darren. Is that still the marks on his wee face there?
Aye, that's just a wee scar there. It'd have one of the cigarette burns.
Yeah.
But he's come on great. He's still very shy, you know, and timid, but
yes.
he's got a lot of confidence now. And
walks through that door, checking everybody out, just wondering, are these boys all right? And I think he's okay now, isn't he?
Oh, he's a good dog.
So when the Clippers are coming in, you'll be heading out. Is that the story?
When they're leaving, I'll be leaving also on the 29th of June.
On your own?
Well,
squad?
There'll be a few guys with me, hopefully, and there's various people joining me at different legs, you know, as we continue the journey around Ireland.
So which when you get to the end of the Foyle, Clippers go right and what, you go left?
Well, I'll be going right with them.
We're
doing
nice.
Clockwise motion, easterly bound.
Well, tell us about this voyage then.
Well, it's all to raise money for Macmillan Cancer Support, and I've asked Macmillan to keep the money locally within the north, you know, to help other patients in a similar situation as myself, you know, because I had a bit of trouble there in 2011, a bit of operation and 32 sessions of radiation treatment.
Wow, it's cancer.
It kind of knocked me down a bit and for a while, but I'm getting back up again now, and just looking forward to getting this voyage complete, going around the island, you know.
Almost what, as an act of thanks for life, Darren,
well,
or what?
The trip's dedicated to the memory of John Stewart. He was a guy here from above New Buildings, and he passed away there on the 9th of February this year.
A very sad time for you, yes. Take your time.
He's a good lad, you know. This is what it's all about, just the memory of him. Didn't get much of a chance to get to know him as much as I would have liked to, but it's John Stewart's memory is there in the foremost, you know, for the sail.
And was he a sailor?
No, he wasn't.
So how did you connect with him?
Well, we connected when we met up in the city hospital going through our radiation treatment. And poor John had a tumour, you know, in his brain, and it came back. And just the 9th of February there, he lost his battle.
It must be kind of brutal, though, in a sense, Darren. A lottery game. You made it, he didn't.
Definitely, you know, it's we started off in a group of 13. There's only 7 of us left, you know, and like that's a repetition of most scenarios up there. When you sit in that waiting room and you look into someone's eyes and you could just see the raw fear. See people coming on board and into the Glenview rooms, the accommodation that's provided, and you can just nearly touch the fear in their eyes, and some of the ladies that come in there. But we all get to know each other, and you know, we all have great camaraderie up there, and there's a special bond for life with anyone that passes through that journey together, you know.
And did the Macmillan nurses care for you?
Yes, they give me a lot of support. You know, surprisingly, at the time for me, financial support, you know, it was amazing because I wasn't able to work. There was no way I was able to do much now.
What was your thing, though, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I was carpenter, you know, do a bit of carpentry. And like I've been shuttering carpentry but tough around the continent for years. Came back to Derry about 7 years ago, and then
So you're making shutters for European homes, yeah?
for bridges and walls, for
Right.
apartment blocks and stuff like that. You know, there was a gang of us working all around Europe. The guys from Mayo, Achill Island, and Gort and Galway, Balmullet. You know, it was a gang of 6 of us that were all together.
You've a book in you, haven't you?
Well,
It's quite a story, even in 5 minutes. The
it's,
chapters that you described, you know.
I'm on a roll.
Yeah. Darren, describe to me, because it's only a couple of years ago that you were facing cancer. And you look as healthy as a trout sat there. So talk us through that recovery and how you accomplished that.
Well, I'm feeling fit. You know, I'm feeling fit now for the first time, and you know, I'm just trying to do something back to, to help the people that are still there. You know, they're going up there every day, and they're dozens, and weekly they're hundreds, and it's a sad scenario. It really is.
You don't think that rushing to Belfast maybe for an appointment or to meet friends, that coming past you are people rushing up there for their cancer care?
Exactly.
I mean, I know Anthony Gavin's getting a unit and the minister's promised that, but
yeah,
it's a traffic maybe that you don't think about on the
definitely.
On the
It makes you
Belfast.
stop in your tracks. You know, it really does, because people are that busy trying to earn a few bob and trying to get on with their lives. They don't stop to really think about the bigger picture. Like, it's a bit easier for me in that regard, because unfortunately I have no children and no mortgage to pay. I can manage to take 4 months to sail around, to organise and sail around Ireland and raise a few bob for Macmillan.
4 months.
Well,
So you're not going to be rushing.
well, then, when it was launched, it was the 26th of March. Martin Riley launched it there on
mayor,
the pontoon, and so we give a few months to organise it and to get a few sponsors on board.
Oh.
And it's been tough going. It's been exhausting work, tramping the streets every day, and you're more or less like a professional beggar in some regard, But some doors are closed and some doors are open for you.
So how long will you be at sea,
Well,
weather permitting?
if we complete the journey within a month, I'll be more than happy. It could be sooner, but if the weather gets pretty bad, we'll have to stand down for a few days.
Take shelter.
Got a bit of a passage plan put together to take us as far as Dingle, but after that, it's anybody's guess. Could end up in Newfoundland or somewhere.
You never know. No,
It's like the key is just to keep the land on the right hand side of the starboard side.
What kind of a craft is it? Your own craft you're taking?
Yeah, it's a 24-foot sailboat.
24. That's
Yeah.
not that big.
No, it's not. It's a tiny boat in comparison to the clippers. But,
And how many on board at one time, or
well, there'll be 3 on board at one time, hopefully,
including your man here?
including me, Tobin. Yeah, he doesn't be far from my side now at any time.
Has he been out the water much?
Oh, he's been out with me all the time since he was a pup. 'Cause,
With a life jacket and all. No?
oh, he's got a wee life jacket and all. If he jumps in, we can lift him up handy enough.
I'll never forget that. A friend of mine, Keith, does a bit of Keith Harkin around here, does a bit of singing, and he has a dog that jumps in when it gets excited, jumps overboard into the open ocean, and you pick him up like a suitcase with a wee life jacket with a handle on the back of it. Is that your
Amazing.
thing? No.
Yeah, more or less.
You just
the
lift
same,
them
yeah.
up like a parcel out of the water.
Yeah, well, it's a necessity on the boat, because his wee paws wouldn't be able to swim against any current.
Indeed.
But it's all good fun. He's a great companion.
So where does he kip? Is he kipping down with you, or
Oh, he sleeps with me
right?
and then the boat.
This is your
Yeah.
buddy. I mean,
Aye.
this you. And
He's
this
got a
fella.
basket up in the bedroom, but sometimes you might get him in beside you at night time. But he has the run of the house. He's spoiled rotten.
I suppose.
No, it's easy to do that when you have no children. The dog takes over a lot.
The kindest eyes in that creature.
Oh, he's some boy. He really is.
Yeah. So there you go, John. There's nothing, or Darren, there's nothing professional begging about it. What you're saying is, look, you're trying to help people who are living with cancer to alleviate their thing and to help the Macmillan nurses. Why? I mean, you're appealing today for help.
Yeah, well, just trying to get a few sponsors on board and just get people to realise, please God, it'll never happen to you, but when it does, it's such a shock to the system.
Can you take us back? And people might want to phone this programme. I mean, it wouldn't be the first day we've ever maybe had a bit of kindness that sometimes comes through the phone.
Maybe I'm the wrong guy to do this, because I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm so lucky because it could have ended up quite the reverse of what it did, you know.
Yeah. Let me give out that phone number, 712665522. Darren, can I ask you about the day that you found out? What was that like? Because you know, we all think, God, will I get through life? You know, will I live till I'm old? Will I live till next year? Will I get run down by a bus? You know, 1 in 3 of us will face cancer at some stage in our lives. Did the doctor sit you down? Was it a letter you got? How did you find out?
Well, I had a wee lump in my neck, and I found out later it was in my salivary gland. And in there, it's all branched together with lymph nodes. There's maybe a dozen of them around that area.
And did you feel it? And were you concerned about your neck?
Most definitely. It just swelled up one weekend.
Over a weekend?
Yeah, over a weekend. And I was aware of it there already and quite reluctant to go forward because I didn't dream it was a tumour by any means. I thought it was maybe a gland that had swollen, you know. Sometimes when you're a kid you get a swollen gland, you wouldn't think much of it, you know, but this was getting out of control and it was rubbing against my windpipe and I was having difficulty swallowing. You know,
Local vintner Joe Nealis has just phoned the programme. His bar will be raising £500 for you, Darren. Folks would like another few of her. Joe, good on you. Life and Soul, 712665522. And the recovery then, just spell out why the Macmillan people matter, Darren. What is it about what they do that enables you to sit here healer and heartier today?
Well, I never asked for any help. They came to me. No one ever handed me money in my life before. You know, these guys came up and over a period of time, it was over 600 quid in various grants that they gave me, and it was phenomenal. And the care and support, and just counselling and just a wee cup of tea and a chat at the times. That's all you would need. You know, and they to be honest, they took the fear away. They did.
And is it as mental a thing as it is physical?
Not necessarily mental, but definitely emotionally draining. You know, when you lose your friends on the journey, it's a tough one. You know, it really is.
John Bell, John Goody, another former vintner. I will be giving Darren money. My mother went through the very same thing. Folks, you're good eggs. Keep that coming in for this man. 71266 522. So the Clipper has a whole different meaning for you this year, Darren.
Oh, definitely. I'm just riding on the back of them to get out of the Foyle.
But what about your expenses and stuff? Because it's not cheap taking a boat to sea for a month. So you've got to pay for that and then make a bob for the charter.
Exactly. You see, this is how green I am. When I started off this, I put the Freelander up for sale, thinking we'd get a few bob. But
you sold a Land Rover.
It's not sold yet. It's still in the selling process.
What year is she?
Oh, she's 2000. So
is she good? Is she decent, Nick?
Well, she's very well, Nick.
We'll take an offer. What are you asking?
Well, we were looking for £800.
£800. That's the cheapest Freelander in the country just now.
But hopefully, you know, we have had sponsors on board now, and we're sticking up a few sponsors on the hull of the boat. And there's been quite a few. Just today, before I came here, I was coming from Clooney Terrace, and the Down East Dry Cleaners and the Zip Yard have sponsored me a massive amount, and I'm so humbled to get it. It's just unbelievable. And we're going to carry through, and the passage is going to pay for itself now. You know, there's no expenses that I'll be out.
What about dog food for your man?
Oh, we'll get Jollies to sort that out. They're coming on board.
Good on you. I think you're further on maybe than you think you are, you know.
Yeah, well, I have to start thinking about getting the boat ready now, you know, because I have to give up on the daily routine of tramping the streets, you know. I have to concentrate on the boat now.
Darren, you're an unlikely champion. Because, you know, a lot of people come into these things and they've got it all sorted out. You strike me as a man that is taking this one step at a time.
Well, you have to, because you could spend all your life running around like a dog chasing its tail, just thinking about maybe a bit of materialistic values, and really it means damn all. No, it really does. It means nothing. It really means nothing. You could stand in the bare clothes you have, and as long as you have your health, that is the main thing. You know, nowadays, unfortunately, people might judge you for what you have in your wallet, you know. They never consider for 1 second to stop and judge a person for what they have in the heart. And that's the most important thing with people, you know. That's what I like to say.
Every day's a good day.
Every day's a good day when you can wake up and hear the birds singing.
As opposed to considering the alternative, as the man says.
Yeah.
The alternatives aren't that.
Yeah,
joyful.
that's true.
Well, listen, we're getting calls on this, and Darren, obviously any discretional calls or whatever we get through this programme, you'll be the first to know about that. Would you keep in touch with us? I think...
Oh, well, surely.
I just have a suspicion sometimes that there'll be stories in this town that touch the listener, and maybe this is one of those stories. We hope that people can respond if they're able. Darren, good on you.
Definitely. Thanks very much.
All right, so the Clippers are leaving. There'll be another wee boat, a wee 24-footer. Goodness, 24 foot. Imagine being away for a month in 24 foot of space. That's smaller than this blooming studio. Darren Robb aims to pay back some of the kindness and goodness of the Macmillan people and what they gave to him when he had his cancer. And there's the dogs just leave it. That's the loveliest wee dog. Michael has a lovely photograph of the dog. We'll be putting that up on the Facebook page as well. It's up already. That's Tobin the pup. Would you share that, folks, if you're online? I'm sitting here in the wireless. I can't do that. But our Facebook page is well connected, and would really appreciate anybody out there sharing that, or even more importantly, obviously any wee few pound that people can drop into the station courtesy of Darren Macmillan. You can put on it, or if you want to put Darren Robb on that, or phone us and we'll put you in touch with Darren. Businesses, have you in Straighten Times a few bob going spare? Maybe put your logo on the side of the wee boat. Let us know. 71